Hey everybody, how you doing? So I just want to do a real quick tip on something over here. So you get these models, like for instance, Reaper Bones Invisible Warrior. It's supposed to be translucent. I'm gonna take it out of the pack here. Right? Now they're clear. There's no doubt they're clear. But you see it's kind of faded. It's hard to look through. Not really hard to look through in some spots, but it can't be as clear as you want. And I've also got one of these old Monster Apocalypse. I can't remember what model this is. This is from the first set of Monster Apocalypse. So this is old, like really, really old. In relative terms, is old. Anyway, clear plastic, but it's not as clear as it can be. So, just like Scale Hobbyist with aircraft models and car models, get yourself some Pledge, revive it. This used to be called Future. Pledge Future. Okay? So, what I've done, I've been doing this for my Hot Wheels also. I went ahead and just put some in here in a little box. Because what'll happen is it'll make your clear parts look really thin and very shiny. Looks really cool. So let me just move this over here. So get yourself a pair of tweezers. Like a forked one would be good. And all you're gonna do is just dip it in there real quick. You don't want to touch it with your fingers once you get into the clear. But what'll happen is it'll make this thing really, really nice, really clear. And I mean, you can see it already. Let me see if I can get it up here. Already looks a whole lot clearer than what it did before. Let me just sit this in here. I gotta get something set up for it. You don't have to leave it in there very long at all. You can literally just drop it in if your vat's big enough. You can just drop it in there real quick. But since this is rather shallow, I just like toss it around a little bit. Alright, so that should be good. So this one I'm going to put on this piece of card here. And then what you want to do, you make sure you cover it up. That way no dust gets on it. And I'm going to move it to another table because I got a couple projects I'm doing over here. Now we're going to do this one. This is going to take a little bit more work. Like I said, it's a bigger model. I'm going to have to, I wasn't planning on it. Go ahead, open this up. I'm just going to spray some on there. I got to refill this thing anyway. Just want to make sure I get enough in here. Alright, so that's there. So obviously the left side is good. Let's get the right side. Got to make sure I get these tentacles taken care of. This is a bigger model. I mean, I can already tell the difference. This stuff isn't even dry yet. Now, it does take 24 hours for it to dry. So, you're going to set it aside. Put it someplace safe where it's not going to get knocked over. And again, you want to cover it up. So that way it doesn't get dust on it. I said I've had this for a long, long, long time. I believe I got this from the starter box of Monster Apocalypse. First edition, not the current edition. Really wish I could find the current edition. But from my understanding, Privateer Press it's kind of made low production values. Or Parmesan. Old Parmesan thing. Go ahead. Close it up. Alright, so for the next 24 hours, we're going to let this dry. And then I'll cut back to this video. Alright, 24 hours later, let's see what we have. So we're going to start with the Invisible Warrior. And he is stuck, which I was expecting. Anyway, it's a little bit gooey, but over time that'll dry out. But as you can see, it is much clearer, except for in the base area right here. You can see that it's still a little frosted in there, but otherwise, look how clear that is. especially right here in the shield. You see it's like super clear, super clear. If you were to add an LED to this, the glow would be great. It would look really good. So yeah, this looks really good. I like this. I like the way this one came out. Now we'll take the Monsterpocalypse part. And again, same thing. It's going to get a little gooey on the bottom, as you can see. It just needs to dry out a little bit. But again, massive difference in how this looked before to how it looks now. I really like it. I like the way it turned out. So yeah, that's a quick little tip. Get your translucent minis to look clearer, or even just your translucent parts for miniatures, models, whatever, what have you. I did want to say, for those in the UK, Pledge does make the product over there. I just can't remember offhand what the name of it is. I'm sure it's the same name, but I think it's a little bit more expensive over there than it is over here. So yeah, there you go. Quick tip. Pledge Revive It, 24 hours, let it dry, and you are good to go. Alright, I hope you find this useful. Let me know if you guys do anything. Take it easy.